So here is the binding that I'm going to be trimming. For my fleece. Read the back. I am just taking, there's this selvage part off, and you can see little clip marks or punch marks. So I am just going right at the edge of that and trimming this off because I need to make this as long as possible. Making sure, because yep, that end did not cut. One, I was not in the right, holding it the right direction, so I didn't get the chance to give it the pressure it needed. I've got the wide one because I need the length to cut, but it's a little too wide for me to cut over. Leave, plus it also could also be this mat because it's been used so many times. It's got a lot of lines in it, and if you're crossing over a line, it might not cut. So occasionally you do have to replace your mat or give it at least a good cleaning. There we go. Now, I remember what we want is we just want kind of a short border on this. So I don't need to make them too long. What I do need to do is find out how big this is. So let's do that there. Get my edges aligned. And I just need 4 because this piece is bigger than the quilt is wide. It's longer than the quilt is wide on any of the points. I just need to find out how big it is. So I've lined it up on this cut edge so it's as straight as possible. Then I am checking to see my short edge here. Okay, so this will be like 10 1/4. That is doable. So what I will do is divide that by 4 because I only need 4 pieces. Let me get down here. Everything lined up. I'm going to do just a very long tip this back so I can get my ruler underneath that roller nut there. There we go. And continue. Yeah. With firm pressure, that goes on a lot better. Okay. So now I'm just going to carefully lift it and shift it up so I can come the other way. Because I've realized I still have just a little bit of the punch marks. So I am going to roll this way. 2 1/2. Now I've got a 2 1/2 already there, so I'm just going down 2. Remember, I got bit by that before, so always check. I'm not moving the ruler or the not moving my cutter. I'm just moving the ruler, making sure it's underneath that nut again. Very carefully pull back to make sure. There it is. So I don't want to shift it all that much. And I'm going to make sure that piece that got pulled is tucked back where it's supposed to be. and cut the next one. When I have cut all 4 of my pieces, I'll come back. Okay, here are my 4 pieces. 2, 3, 4. And again, these are great because they don't fray at all. Yeah. No fraying. They do, however, pill like crazy. And I just take my leftover scraps and kind of do them over the cut lines, and that helps to collect a lot of the fleece that was there, and sometimes batting too, because both of those shed like crazy when you're cutting them, and they'll go deep into those grooves of the. Okay, all right, let's get to the next part.